Good evening, gamers. Welcome back to the Friday episode of the Star Shard Zero Twitch channel. This evening we'll be playing more Kerbal Space Program, one of the finest, one of the games of all time. So who's ready for that? All right, let's do it. But first, as always, we must begin with today's game duel and I guess VGM hurdle until we find a replacement for that. All right, what do we got here? So somebody standing in a farm holding a what appears to be a large wrench over their back. This has gotta be like my time at Portia. Got him. All right, this is like sort of Dark Souls-esque. I'm thinking it's Hogwarts Legacy. Not, okay, it's a little more medieval. It's a RPG adventure game. Wow, that narrows it down, thanks. Maybe The Witcher? No, not The Witcher. This isn't really giving me anything to go off of. PlayStation 5 and Xbox, that doesn't tell me anything, of course. All right, hold on. Let me get chat open on the tablet here. Whoa, there we hold on. There was audio briefly. What we got here? Adventure role-playing game. Is it just Baldur's Gate? No. Bloodborne? Bloodborne? No. All right. There's like zero. There's really nothing to go off of here, huh? Is it Plague Tale? Nope. Oh wait, hold on. We have breaking news. There is a character. I'll say Lies of P, but I really have no idea. It is something called Steel Rising from 2022. I've never heard of this game in my entire life. Steel Rising. But hey, you know what? $46? What the fuck? For a mixed review game? What is this? What is this bullshit? Paris, 1789. The French Revolution has been suppressed with bloodshed by Louis XVI and his merciless mechanical army. Aegis, or Aegis, a mysterious automaton masterpiece. So it is, it's Lies of P. I can't believe they made a Lies of P before Lies of P. This is incredible. What do the reviews have to say? Steel Rising falls into the second category of bad Souls-likes, the one that nails the fundamentals but fails at pretty much everything else. The levels are too large with too much empty room between and around encounters, so there's little reason to engage in them. There seems to be only a single biome in the game, that being the palace and the park combo. So it ends up all looking the same from start to finish. Enemy placement is mindless and random. Oh boy. All right, well. What else have they made? They made something called Greedfall, the Technomancer, of Orcs and Men. All right, okay. So they, I mean, you know, they're making stuff. So it's a Souls-like, guys. All right, let's move on to number 2 here, the VGM hurdle. Let me pause the background music here. Let's see if we can get this one today. Chrono Trigger Frogs theme. I don't know. It does kind of have like a 16-bit sound to it, doesn't it? But I don't know. This could be literally anything from that era. This could be anything from The Legend of Zelda 2. Well, maybe not The Legend of Zelda 2. That was on the NES. To I don't know, what's it, to Fuck, what's that game called? The one where you build a town, but you also do platforming levels. It's a platformer, but also it's a city builder. All right, let me hear the rest of it. That sounds so familiar. Oh man. Do 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 do. That just sounds like a regular pop song. I don't know. It's a Pokemon. Oh, it's a Pokemon theme. Oh, if it must be from one of the ones I don't remember. So we'll say it's Route 4. Nope. I think the problem is it just plays more of the same song. Like, if you don't know it, you don't fucking know what it is. You either know what it is or you don't. It's Route 209. Oh, sorry. Sorry, I don't remember Pokemon Diamond, Pearl, Platinum from 40 years ago. All right, let's get out of here. I don't know why we keep doing this. I'm just going to complain about it every time. They need to make a bundle for video games. That's what they need to do. They haven't done it, so we have no better options. One of you guys, somebody in chat out there, somebody make a bundle, but for video game themes. Like, pick really obvious songs, right? But then you add more layers as you skip. So if you can get it from just like the underlying beat, okay, then you got to add in more instruments, then you got to add in a hint at the end. It works great. I love Mandel. It's wonderful. Anyway, we're loading up Kerbal Space Program here. We're going to get this show on the road. I got to get to Eve tonight, or I don't know. We got to do something, I guess. Does anybody even care? I'm doing this for you guys. I'm not doing this for myself. If we were doing something for myself, I don't know. I'd be playing Orc Massage or something. That could be fun. Okay, what a weird looking satellite. You guys can't see it. It's on the loading screen. Let me see if I can capture it. It's probably going to be gone by the time I get it, but such a weird looking little device there. Oh, yep. Oh, it's just now fading out. Oh, that sucks. Okay. I love the ones where it's like includes mods. Because then you're like, oh yeah, hey, you like our game? You may enjoy these mods that add all of these parts that we didn't bother putting in the main game. So fuck you. Yeah, we didn't feel it was necessary to include all these awesome part mods and like unique and interesting things. Let's get the music back on here. Emmy says I can't play Orc Massage on stream. Well, I could, just not on Twitch. We'd have to play someplace else. We'd have to go over to Kick. All right, resume our career. I keep every minute that I have not been playing Satisfactory, I've been thinking about Satisfactory, and it's driving me nuts. Build a new surface outpost on Eve. Yeah, I don't think that's gonna happen. So literally the only thing we have is to explore Eve. Okay. We could do a satellite. That just, didn't we do that already? I mean, I'm fine launching another one. I don't care, but I guess, yeah, we don't have anything else going on. We could also do one around Kerbin. Now they want a Science Junior. Rescue Jedvis. Surface outpost on the Mun. That is way too complicated. I mean, an equatorial Minmus satellite wouldn't be the worst thing, and we get quite a bit of money out of it. Reach the designated orbit. It has thermometer. We've already got all that stuff. Maybe we just like speed through time, although we should probably take some time to build a satellite that can actually go out that far. So right now, this is our bog standard satellite. It's got the earliest relay antenna, which I might be able to make it to Eve. I don't know. Maybe this is one of those times where you'd want to have multiples or something. It does suck because I don't want to have to send a manned mission to Eve. Because we'd get, I guess it wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. Like if we design a really solid ship that can come back eventually. Oh, okay. So let's, all right, let's fire up the Inquisitor 4 and take a look. Okay, so the Inquisitors are our landing rockets. We just need like an Excelsior. Although we could probably modify an Inquisitor if we took off the landing legs. So maybe we'll start with that. So we'll keep the basic, wait, let's change this to a Excelsior 3. And so this is designed to take 2 Kerbals on a trip to Eve. And then what? Do we have a, maybe we could get a more efficient engine going. Like a, I mean, the sparks are pretty good. Like what is our most, does anybody know? Or do I gotta look at all these stupid numbers? Okay, ISP, that's the efficiency. So this is 320 is the spark. The Ant is 315. The Terrier's 345. So, you know, just saying, that's pretty good. If we just stick with the Terrier then? Because yeah, we don't have anything. The rest are all kind, oh, this is also 320. That's weird. I guess the benefit that this one has is that it's so tiny. Is 20 kilonewtons of thrust versus 60 kilonewtons. I think we just stick with that then. That's fine. And then we have to decide, is this enough? Because by the time we get up to here, and how much delta V is in this? I'm trying to think, how much do we need to get to Eve and then eventually come back, right? That's kind of important. We could slap on some side fuel tanks. I would feel a little bit better if we had like the Nerve engine, which I don't think we can unlock. It's too far up there. It's like up here, it costs 300 and we'd have to unlock advanced fuel systems and stuff. Well, maybe we could get it. So we can't get anything past here. We can get up to here though. So why don't we take a look? We have specialized control that gives us the big advanced reaction wheel. I'd feel better if we just sent an unmanned probe, honestly. In fact, where is that? Counting down, so like 190 days basically. We'll stick with the simple probe then. So those ones, actually, the ones, this isn't necessarily designed to land. This is just going to be a relay rocket. So this would classify as a communicator. Inspectors are the unmanned landing probes. All right, let's see here. So we've got the bare minimum. We got power, we got thermometer, we got barometer. Is there any other? We haven't really unlocked anything except mystery goo. We have this. We have the big stabilizer. That's perfect. So let's take a look at our thrust to weight. Maybe we can push this a little bit harder. Yeah, because this will keep running. We could probably, well, just thinking maybe we can slap a larger tank up top so that it has more range. So if we were to, I don't know why I did it like that. Now I fucked it up. Great. A communicator 2, designed for longer range operations. If we slap a 200 on there, does that help us out at all? How does that affect our thrust to weight down the line? It's not that much. We could probably beef this up slightly just to give a little more oomph. There we go. Well, maybe a little more. 56.5. Perfect. 1.3. And this is a swivel. Okay, good. I'm gonna put a launch clap on this. Just because, you know, for safety. I feel like the last time we launched it was a little iffy. And I don't want anything to break, you know? We'll just scooch that down. I really wonder if KSP2 had continued going, if they would have like made the building process easier. I'm sure somebody out there is going to be like, oh, but they did, Star. If you had played it, you would know. But let's be real, guys. Come on. I can't. I'm trying to go left and right, if that makes sense. Like, I want to go this way. I want to move over here, but I can only rotate around the center, and it's like driving me nuts. I'm trying like, oh, this zooms in and out. Why the fuck would I want to do that? I want to look somewhere else. And I don't know what combination of keys and mouse clicks I need to do that. All right, whatever. So we've got all our science stuff. We got a little bit of extra fuel on there. We need to add one down here. But yeah, the launch clamp, very important. I guess that can all go at the same time. So we launch, we separate the solid boosters, we launch the fairings, and then we switch to transfer. And then this is for once we're close enough to Eve, we can try to get into some kind of orbit that will let us. And if they're like, hey, you gotta fucking land on Eve, I don't know, man. We're just, at that point, I guess we're just on our own. We got to do something else. Okay. We could send two, I suppose. We could send one that lands and one that's just an orbiter. I've seen some people do it where they have like two probes in one launch. That could be kind of fun, if a bit cumbersome. There's nothing concerning about this vessel. That's a first. I guess because it doesn't have any Kerbals on there, nobody cares. All right. I guess let's get this thing into orbit then, and then we can wait until it's time to launch it. We could also... Okay, no, whatever. Let's just go ahead and take that mission to Minmus to kill some time. I'll kill like a week. Position satellite and equatorial. That'll give us some cash. Rogue Manual Gaming says, Shart, I learned programming. I just unfortunately can't get the sleep time to function in the code. What are you trying to do exactly? Are you trying to... I guess just tell me what you're trying to do, and then I can maybe help you out a little bit. Okay, equatorial, let's go. So we're gonna launch a communicator 1. No description available. Yeah, sorry about that. Let's throw a launch clamp on there, like we did with the other one. And then slide that down gently. Everything else should be fine. So sleep time, like the sleep function is like the easiest thing in the world. You just sleep for a number of seconds and then it goes to the next line basically. All right, set all this stuff up. We're good to go. I'm not gonna launch into inclination or anything. We're just gonna launch, get into inclination later. Not too worried about it today. We have enough delta V in this thing that it won't make a difference. Let's keep that thrust, keep our speed down, keep our thrust to weight down. You're trying to shift the grow lights over to an IC10. Yep. Okay, got the lights to turn on and off when the sun is up and down. For some reason, the lights either ignore the sleep function or sleep for... Okay, do you want the... Are you basing it on seconds, or are you trying to base it on the angle of the sun? Because you can't do both. I mean, I guess you could, depending on what you're trying to do. But you're gonna run into probably some issues with that. Because again, if it's as simple as turn all grow lights on, sleep for however many seconds, turn all grow lights off, sleep for however many seconds, and then jump back up to the top and just loop it, that's trivial. If you're like, if solar angle is above this, then turn on grow lights. If solar angle drops below this, turn off. You know, you could do it that way too. That's probably a little more, I don't know, some more reliable than a sleep timer, because I don't know if this is true, but I've heard sleep timers can like get reset on game load. All right, everything's looking solid here, guys. Let's go max throttle. And this should push us up, should push our apoapsis up pretty high. And once we're out of the atmosphere, we can dump the fairing, call it good. But yeah, once you get into programming, then, I mean, the game is your oyster. You can make really efficient, like, machinery that only runs at a certain time, or you can have all your lights turn on and off, whether someone's in the room or whatever. It's good stuff, useful. Although, keep in mind, every IC10 housing takes 50 watts, so you have to determine if it's worth the extra power to run that constantly, or if, you know, just turn your lights off when you leave the room on your own, like a normal person. You can send, okay, yeah, just DM me a copy of the code and I can take a look at it. There's gonna be a lot of downtime because it's a Kerbal Space Program stream. Gonna be a lot of time we're just staring at the game. Yeah, we're getting pretty toasty. Nice and toasty, leaving the atmosphere. We will cut off the engine there for now. A normal person automates everything. Yeah, well, I mean, maybe. Some things I don't see value in automating. Like there's a, with the new ARM system, you can even automate swapping out filters for filter units, which is kind of cool, actually, if you like fully automated all your atmospheric filtration. But as somebody who likes to wander my base and make sure everything's running properly, just like leaving that in the hands of a Larry, I would not trust that. I want to inspect my filters, make sure they're filtering, double check the code, make sure nothing's getting overpressured. If I just sit in my control room drinking coffee all day, that's not as exciting. One of the reasons I don't automate mining, because it's like, if you take that out, what the hell are you doing all day? What do you got to do something in the game. I guess you could just fly rockets if you really wanted to, but even that you can kind of automate. All right, so we can probably ditch the fairing now. That's fine. I've seen your analog overpressure alarm. Maybe? I may not have seen it. The fact that it's analog leads me to believe you've done some shenanigans, though. To me, analog would be if a window pane breaks out, that means that it got overpressured. Whoops, that's the pressure check. The entire base is about to explode. Back pressure. Oh, a pipe. Okay, so you're doing it like a steam whistle. That's cool. That's pretty smart. All right. Not quite analog because the back pressure valve has to be turned on. Hex says it sounds like an interesting system. Oh, having the window blow out. I guess as long as the rest of your walls are stronger than that. Yeah, no, that's a good system. I mean, the back pressure regulator should just be doing its job and keeping your pressure at the recommended pressure. Although, again, depending on the pressure in the next pipe over, might not work fast enough to prevent a blowout. You need to work on how to change the pitch of the organ. I think it's based on how long the pipe is leading up to the actual thing. So if you wanted to make like a real organ, you would have you'd have like a long pipe pressurized with a bunch of valves, and then you'd have multiple length pipes coming out of each valve. And as you played it, you'd like open the valve and then close it and then open the other ones, because that's how a real organ works. I think. I guess I'm not like an organist. I have, you know, I've heard an organ before. The back pressure is hooked up to the pipe organ. I think you're doing it backwards then, I think. You want the back pressure to push out any excess gas in your system. All right, let's circularize this. Oh, will you look at that? We still have 304 meters per second we can use here. Let's see if we can't get this adjusted. 6.1 degrees. We should be able to pull that off. We just need to point down. There we go. I actually did it correct the first try. Very cool. Yeah, I have a back pressure regulator hooked up into a couple of my systems just because they can get the high pressures. And if you want it to not explode, you got to set the back pressure regulator to something reasonable. You know, like 55 megapascals. Pressure set to, yeah, 45 is good. There's plenty of, yeah, plenty of wiggle room there. And honestly, most of my systems aren't even close to being overpressure. I have a couple that got overpressured or almost overpressured on accident, but I've since rectified that. So as soon as I start using up that particular gas, it should be fine. But yeah, I'm just kind of waiting around for the new maps, because that's gonna like break all the saves and I'm gonna have to start over from scratch. My game has stopped working. No? Oh, I have no control. I have limited probe controls. That's why. I was like, oh no, I crashed. But no, I just lost connection to my probe. That's normal. That happens. Dropped the code. Hey, that's perfect, because I got like a few minutes to look at something here. Let's take a peep. There's the code. I'm gonna click on a regular link. All right, let's take a peek. You got the aliases defined. You get the solar angle. Yep. Okay. SGT. The heck is SGT? What is SGT? Yeah, we're debugging. Set greater than. Set, why would you use SGT? That's, I mean. So set if greater than R0 solar angle to on time. It's very useful. I've literally never used it, Mighty Stoosh. And then it goes, okay, then it goes to, well, why is this here? Set batch grow light on R0, okay. It said something to 1 is greater than X. It sets some, hold on. Maybe that's your problem then. Honestly, I would just be using, branch if greater than, but whatever, if it works, it works. See, I think the problem is, yeah, you have like a weird hybrid system where it like, so you set it to on, and then set data, what the heck? And then you sleep for 2, so you turn it on, but then you set the database to setting solar angle. Okay. And then sleep for 2 seconds and then turn it off. Like, why are you turning it on with SGT, but then you're turning it on, or you're turning it off, which is 0? Cows Are Evil uses it for cool things. I'm sure he does, because he's like a genius. And then sleep for 300, and then turn it back on, and then so like you're turning it on, but then you're turning it off, and then you're turning it on again, and then you're going back to main. Oh, that line is a debug. Oh, okay, I see. Line 12 is a debug. So you can check the solar angle. I got you. Here, let me, I mean, I would say instead of using the solar angle at all, just have it sleep for 800 and then turn on for 400 or something like that. Like, don't even mess with the solar, or if you're gonna go solar angle, go all in on solar angle and don't worry about the tames. Emmy's posting her real name in Discord. Is that true? Emmy, what are you posting in Discord? Oh, cause wait. Who the fuck is Sally Voiles? Instalinks. A friend sent this to me and said they found a video of me as a child. But that's not Emmy as a child. That's like, that's some random kid. I don't know who that is. That's Sally Voiles, I guess. Although the skeleton is cool. But then it links to her Instagram. Not when I click on it. I mean, I guess, whatever. It's her Instagram. She can do what she wants. All right, let's go ahead and start adjusting our inclination here. Emmy didn't pay attention in school when they taught us to not use your real name online, which I guess most people decided to just give up on when Facebook started. Remember, never put your real name or information online, and then everyone's just like, oh boy, Facebook. Doo-doo-doo. That was me typing, but there's no room for a keyboard up here. Unfortunately, not enough space. Most of the code was cannibalized from Shadow Drake. Yeah, I think you either gotta go with a solar angle solution or a time solution. You can't do both. I recommend timed, because solar angle can change throughout the year depending on the season. So that's what I go with. But if you want to do a solar angle, I think you're on Mars, right? It might be a little bit more stable on Mars. Vulcan, it's just out the window, because like the solar angle, it's like it's in the sky and then it's like on the horizon for part of the year. She outed me. Emmy, are you outing us again? What the hell is she post? I click on it. I don't see anything here. All right. I don't know what you're seeing. It says log in or sign up. Do I gotta log in to see things? Your thought was to hybrid the angle and time for Mars by doing so? Yeah. Hybrid is not gonna work. Emmy's gonna delete it apparently. I don't see what Mighty Stoosh is talking about. So I guess whatever, it doesn't matter to me. All right. So now, I guess now it is the time to go to Minmus, huh? Is it 9:30 to get there? We shall see. Yes, it is. And in fact, we could maybe start the burn sooner rather than later. Very nice. Oh, we get a special mun encounter as well. How lovely. Not. Stupid mun messing up my plans here. All right, so that should be about good right there. All right, on Thursday, yeah, go ahead and pick my brain on Thursday when you're doing it again. Go ahead and decouple here. There we go. And now we're going to point. Burn time 48 seconds, huh? Seems a little high, doesn't it? The Delta V calculator knows best. Okay, so Mighty Sush, can you explain the SGT to me? Set if greater. So let's say, like, use it in a sentence. You IC. Yeah. Oh, definitely IC10 your AC units. Those ones are super easy because you can just set the mode so that they run idle more and conserve a lot of power. I do that with my filtration units as well because they all have IC10s, and my H2 combustor that makes water on Vulcan. I have an IC10 chip in there as well. Super nice, especially since it's in a sealed room to reduce temperature leakage. Let's go ahead and burn. Start the burn. All right. It sets something variable to 1 if something is greater than something else. So R1, R0, 100 sets R1 to 1 if R0 is greater than 100. Interesting. So it always sets it to 1. So it only sets things to 1. Does it set things to 0 if they're the opposite? Like, let's say it's if R0 is less than 100, does it set it to 0? Yes. Oh, okay. So it's like a true false type thing. I guess I could see how that would be useful. What is the advantage over branch? I guess it saves a little bit of something. Probably some reason. Saves lines. Okay. More cleaner code, I guess. Well, I've never hit the limit on an IC10 chip, so that's never been a concern, but I suppose if I started writing some real long programs, I would want to learn tips and tricks for not getting crazy. All right, so there we go. That should be good. We'll have to circularize and then adjust everything, but we should be good to go. All right, anybody else have anything I need to look at, or should we just time warp here? Going once. Going twice. Going 3 times the lady. Go ahead and extend these guys. This is going to be Minsat 2, I think. Minsat 2. Minsat 2. Beautiful. Here we go. Wahoo! So yeah, that's just gonna keep orbiting until we delete it later. Not too worried about it. We got to keep an eye on time to go to Eve, which will apparently be happening in about 190 days. Anything going on at the Mun? No. Now, why did it say I had an encounter? Was that going to be on the way back, maybe? And now we would just be leaving. We would be leaving the Kerbin system. Which, hey, maybe that's a way to get to Eve. Possible. We're going to wait for our encounter window, though. No reason to do it early. Just 2 days. All right, let's speed it up. Did you guys hear the terrible news that 90s show got canceled? It had 2 seasons and then got canceled. Boy, how disappointing. I guess I didn't watch season 2 yet. Also, I saw that they're making a Frasier revival or new season of Frasier, which actually could be kind of fun. I did not appreciate Frasier growing up because I didn't watch it because I was, 11. But everything I've seen from it looks hilarious. It looks like a wonderful show. And it's so weird that it's a spin-off of Cheers, because it seems like everything's a spin-off of Cheers or Different Strokes. Is that the other one that had a bunch of spin-offs? TV was weird, man. It's just like, hey, here's the show. You like this character? They get their own show. Watch that show now. Hold on, we're gonna make an episode that's just about this character. Let's see if we can get a show out of that, huh? Like, people complained about that episode of Stranger Things that was just like Stranger Things, but it's X-Men. 11 goes on an adventure or whatever. I didn't watch Stranger Things. I don't know what happens in that show. People complained about it because it was like a pilot for a different show, and it was. Cheers is a spin-off of Happy Days. Is that real? Oh man. It just all goes back. Everything's a spin-off of something. Or like the Beverly Hillbillies and Petticoat Junction and Green Acres are all like intertwined. It's the TV extended universe. So this is Minsat 1. This is now Minsat 2. Let's make sure we don't crash into Minsat 1. That would be bad. All right. So we're going to go ahead and capture now. Should be easy. We have plenty of Delta V. Plenty of Delta V, and I'm not afraid to use it. Mad About You and Friends were in the same universe, Mighty Stoosh says. Wow. I don't know what Mad About You is, but I assume it's a sitcom of some kind. Still waiting on someone who's watched My So-Called Life. Not just one episode. All right, we're gonna have to wait until we get to an ascending node here so we can tweak our angle. Mighty Stu, should you say what shows you watched growing up in one of the other streams, one of the like other 100 streams where I ask that? The only shows that I remember watching a lot of when I was growing up: Rugrats, Doug. I remember watching Cat Dog, Angry Beavers, but they don't like jump out in my mind as much. Dexter's Lab and Powerpuff Girls. I never liked Cow and Chicken. I thought it was really stupid. I didn't like Ren and Stimpy either. I thought it was stupid. Rocko's Modern Life I thought was kind of funny. Emmy seen most of My So-Called Life with Paul Reiser and Helen Hunt. Wait, hold on. One at a time. I'm mixing those two things up. I probably wouldn't like it. Yeah, probably not. Mighty Stoosh loved coming home after school and watching DuckTales, Darkwing Duck, and Gargoyles. The Disney afternoon. I wish I got to watch that stuff growing up. It all seems so awesome. I caught a couple episodes of like each of them, but I kind of got like screwed out of cartoons as a kid. I mean, I guess I got to watch Nickelodeon, but I didn't get to watch like so many like of the other cartoons I wanted to watch. Our ascending nodes, so we need to go descending here. Go ahead and lower that. Working pretty well. We're at 1% difference now. Yeah, Rescue Rangers. I saw a lot of Rescue Rangers, actually. Did you guys know that there's a cult in Russia that worships Gadget as like their patron deity. And I was gonna say, there is an episode of Rescue Rangers where there's a cult, but it's for a cola brand. It's called Cuckoo Cola. But that's a different, it's a different cult. There are worse things to worship. Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, a cartoon mouse is very low on my list of things you should not worship. I just assume they're like furries. And they're like, I want to fuck the mouse from the Disney show. It's like, okay, you know, whatever. No shame there. Well, you know, other than the obvious. There we go. So we have reached our final destination. Let's go ahead and ditch the rest of that. And we now have a new satellite. Ready to engage. We got them, boys. Head back to the Space Center. Mighty's2 says, like a Camp Candy show, or Camp Candy with John Candy, or Back to the Future Wait, there's a Back to the Future cartoon? I knew about the Beetlejuice cartoon. I knew about Camp Candy. I did not know about this Back to the Future cartoon. There's also a Bill and Ted, not a cartoon, but a live action show that did not have any of the original cast members. I guess that's all we get for now. I'm going to plant a flag on Minmus and science data. So I guess we're going back to Minmus, guys. If we must. And you know we must. Go ahead and terminate that. Speaking of John Candy, I was watching The Great Outdoors today. That's John Candy and Dan Aykroyd. And that's on YouTube for free now. You can watch it. It took place after Back to the Future 3, which is, yeah, the Wild West one. They had kids in the train. Why is that always the outcome, like the happy ending in these shows? Like, oh, they get married and have kids. Is there some like weird like propaganda department out there that's like, guys, everyone knows that a happy ending requires you to have children, so get out there and make those shows, make that movie, this is your happy ending. Oh yeah, I forgot we could just recruit Kerbals. We don't need to rescue them necessarily. If you had kids, it means you had fun. I guess, like, you briefly, but now you're miserable because you have kids. All right, next stop, Minmus. Let's do this. Let's fire up the Inquisitor 4. That is our most recent design. Although I would like to add a launch clamp to that for safety. Here we go. Rilip says, I think it's just old people perpetuating their choices. Well, you would know, old man. How's it going, Rilip? He's back. He's back for more, would you call this torture? Like, me making fun of you? I don't know. Maybe torture's not the right word. Kind of wish there was a way to keep all these together and decouple them all at once. It's weird that there's not a way to do that. Yeah, maybe there is some element of that, like, well, I had kids, so that means I'm happy, right? Because I'm so happy, so everyone should have kids, and then they would be happy. Never question whether you're actually happy about it. How was dinner, by the way, Rilip? What did you guys have this evening? Do you guys, like, go out to eat, or do you, like, does somebody cook? Because that does sound like a little fun. I do sometimes lament that I don't have a better relationship with my parents, but they brought that on themselves by forcing me to go to school. Okay, everything's set up correctly. Let's get this show on the road. Oh, Jeb and Bill, is that who we're taking? Yeah, Bill can get some experience, I guess. He can plant the little flag for us. Whatever. Not that I expect you to remember. I'll be on tomorrow morning, and when I break for lunch, we're going to see Again? You already saw it once. What else are you expecting to see? They don't change the movie between showings. Ugh. Just like Emmy, she watches Halloween like once a month. It's like, it's still the same movie. Can you not remember what happened? I know, right, Mighty Stoosh? If my parents had just let me stay home and play video games all day, maybe I'd call more. But now they get to go live in a retirement home when they get old. So that they brought this on themselves. I have no regrets. Rilip is waiting for them to try the clue gimmick. Well, yeah, the problem is the internet would instantly be like, which ending did you get to Transformers 1? Uh-oh, 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 we're flipping. We're flipping, baby. No, no, Jeb, no. Ah, fuck me. I thought we were done with this nonsense, guys. I guess we're going for it today. All right, I have successfully flipped, I guess. Maybe we need more gimbling engines on the bottom there. I'm all turned around. I don't even know which way we're going. I should have just kept pointed up. Yeah, we got some style points, I guess. Jeb likes to show off when he launches. And Val never does that, I'd like to point out. I've never had Val flip the frickin' rocket. Jeb just loves it, guys. All right, well, something just crashed. That's cool. I think I need to adjust how these boosters are set up, because we get like a weird angle when they're on that, like the X pattern there. Okay, now we can turn. Our Delta V's not even, oh, not Delta V. Our thrust to weight's not even high enough. That's not good. Guys, I don't think we're going to space today. What did I change something? This is not, I guess we did flip. That could have impacted it. All right, well, luckily we have Bill on board. He's an engineer. He can figure out what happened and what went wrong. Ugh. 0.7, we're going full Astra. Yeah, Astra into the ground. I mean, I'll keep pushing for it. Our apoapsis is still 43 seconds out, and as we burn more fuel, we'll start losing weight, and as we get higher, we get better thrust, I believe. It is annoying, though. Up, up, up. Up, 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 up. I feel like, yeah, the whole world has basically been conspiring against me since I was born to prevent me from playing video games as much as I want to. And it frustrates me to no end. Everyone's like, you just want something to complain about. I'm like, no, I know exactly what I'm complaining about. I know exactly what would need to happen for me to stop complaining, but nobody wants to do it. So you guys have brought this on yourselves. If you want me to stop complaining, stop giving me things to complain about. That's true, Rilip. I think I did plan for it to, like, it's good at the start, and then if I don't flip, it's usually fine. In this case, we just happened to encounter a minor incident. But we should still have enough to get us into orbit. Yeah, so if we could just get like one, it doesn't even take that much, guys. I'm not the kind of person that needs a lot of like expensive things. Like one new game a month and all my bills paid for, and I'd be good to go. You just, you know, you feed me, you water me, I'm like a plant. I'd even keep streaming just for the fun of it. So yeah, if anybody knows a millionaire or a billionaire, you're friends with a wealthy person, get them in touch with me and we'll work something out. I'm happy to be a trophy husband or trophy boyfriend or whatever. I'm okay with that. You can dress me up. What else? I mean, I'm down for whatever, man. I don't care. I just want to play video games as much as possible. It's my only goal. As many video games. Like, there's so many great games out there that I'll never get the chance to play because there's so many of them. The sugar thruple. Is that a thing? Yeah, can we just get adopted by like a rich older couple? And we could like go on double dates and stuff with them. That could be fun. It's like, oh, well, we never had children of our own. It's just so nice to have some young people around. It's like, whatever you say, Grandma. Happy to help. Alrighty. Guys, we're low on Delta V. Did I just like do a shit design on these? I think we might need to redesign these. All right, we've got to get to min-miss, whatever. Set as target. Set as target. I'm gonna be real tight on that return. I don't think so. Like min-miss. So it's 900 to get there. It's not even 900 to get back. I think we'll be fine. If this was the MUN, I would have scrubbed the launch by now. But min-miss is a lot more forgiving, I think. But I think you're right. I think I need to reevaluate the launch vehicle. Maybe switch it to a 6 booster asparagus staging, or put more fuel in the external stages so we get a little more oomph before we have to worry about our thrust to weight. 400 to get back from missile. Yeah, it's 9. I think we did the math. It's 930 to get there, 400 to get back, and then it's like basically nothing to land. Should be fine. And if we get there and we don't, I feel not like we don't have enough, I'll just turn around. It's not a big deal. This is why I like to put a lot of extra cushion in my vehicles. You never know when you're gonna need more than you got. Yeah, we'll revisit the launch vehicle here. I'd feel a lot more comfortable if I wasn't using all my fuel just to get into orbit and then get to min-miss. I know we want to go normal here. Whoops. Flip it the other way, Jeb. Flip it around. Haven Stranger says 2991 in low curb and orbit. Well, it's not quite that much because this stage kind of sticks together. We don't drop as much weight as it looks like it's going to. But yes, if I hadn't done a backflip, it was a front flip, to be fair. On the way up, it would have been fine. We are now approaching the descending node. Let us prepare to match our inclination with min-miss. Hopefully it doesn't take too much. Now that we unlocked the ability to just snap to that, it should be a lot more efficient as well. Guys, did I ever tell you about who Malekith is? You guys know about Malekith? Rilip, you might know. Anybody from the UK might also know. I mean, it doesn't really matter whether you're from the UK or not, I guess. Probably more players in the US than in the UK anyway. Let us adjust. Rilip, I want you to Google Malekith and tell me who that is. Sounds like someone in Skyrim. Oh, okay, that's a little close, I guess. It is fantasy related. All right, we have our maneuver ready to rock. So yeah, we're gonna use up the last of our, this is supposed to be our transfer fuel. I guess we're gonna use that up, plus basically everything in the external landing tanks, and then we'll have to use the regular tanks to land and stuff. Marvel or Warhammer? Exactly, it's both. And when I tried to look into which one stole from the other one, it seems like they both came about it independently. I don't know how much I believe that, because they're both the leaders of the Dark Elf in their respective what the fuck? Oh no, we went into the atmosphere? Oh fuck me, we never circularized, guys. Oh no. Okay, we should be okay. We're pretty high up there. We're not gonna like do an arrow capture or anything. We just gotta watch our oh, that is dipping pretty low. They both stole from the same previous source? Maybe. I didn't look too deep into it. Maybe Rilip will find something while he's over there. Guys, why didn't you tell me to circularize my orbit? I thought we were... I guess I assumed I already had. That's annoying. Alright, I'm gonna look it up, so that way I can get some info here. Malekith. Malekith the Accursed is the ruler of the Dark Elves of Svartalheim. Malekith is an ancient and powerful is the monarch of the fractious Druki kingdoms and ruler of the Dark Elves. Let me see. Let's look if we can. Malekith is a dark elf who grew. This is the Marvel one. Okay, Malekith I could refer to is why I'm posing the question. Warhammer, Marvel Comics, and now Elden Ring all have characters named Malekith. All have a character of the same name aside from a letter or two changed. Blah blah blah. Marvel introduced their Malekith in 1984, and Games Workshop introduced it in 1995. The Malekith of the Thor comics was meant to create a lawyer-friendly version of our good friend the White Wolf. No, not Geralt, the other White Wolf, Eric of Melnibone. What the hell? Alright, Malekith the Witch King was first mentioned in the original High Elves Army book released in 1993. Whether the King of the Dark Elves in Warhammer Fantasy Battle and the King of the Dark Elves in Marvel's Thor sharing the same name is a coincidence, I would consider it very unlikely. In fact, William Bill King, who co-wrote the book and contributed much of the fiction, read a lot of superhero comics back in the day, including Marvel, and the name is an obvious bit of humor to anyone familiar with the comic. Oh, well. It's hardly surprising that Games Workshop decided to rebrand the new version of Malekith as Malarion in the rebooted Warhammer Age of Sigmar. Oh, fuck Age of Sigmar. All the Malekiths are inspired by Eric of Melnibone. Who the fuck is... Oh, I'm sorry, Elric. Fuck is Elric of Melnibone? Is a fictional character created by English writer Michael Moorcock and the protagonist of a series of sword and sorcery stories taking place on an alternative Earth. The proper name and title of the character are Elric VIII, 420th Emperor of Melnibone. I think it's supposed to be pronounced Melnibone because there's an accent over the E. I'm familiar with who Sigmar is from Vermintide. Why fuck Sigmar? Because Aegis Sigmar threw out all the old Warhammer fantasy lore and made it weird and different. That's basically the only reason. Not fuck Sigmar, the character. Fuck Age of Sigmar, the setting. When they threw out all the old lore and replaced it with new lore. Elric is the last emperor of the stagnating island civilization of Melnibone. Physically weak, the anemic Elric must use drugs to maintain his health and vitality. Oh, what a fun character. Blah, blah, blah. So he's... What is this? Map of the Young Kingdoms. It's kind of a cool map. I always like looking at fantasy maps. They're really cool. Unfortunately, this one is like the smallest thumbnail quality image, so it doesn't actually tell me anything. And now I've closed the window. All right, I no longer care. I'm leaving now. Mighty Stoosh has sent me something. Oh, okay. He's sending me what he saw when Emmy linked Instagram. Melnibone was the original Roidhead. He was the OG. Yeah, I mean, that does seem to be what it's insinuating. This coked up lunatic is running this country, and we're just supposed to go along with it? I say no. We're still, by the way, in the atmosphere, which is really annoying. So hopefully we get out soon and we can do our maneuver. That would be nice. Rilip, I didn't know you played Vermintide. I think I briefly considered it when it came out, and then I'm like, you know what? I don't care enough. There's so many good games out there. I don't want to play one that requires me to have friends to play with, or where people are going to yell at me. Sleepy Samantha says, hey, how you doing? I'm a little sleepy myself, Samantha, but I'm doing all right. We're playing some Kerbals tonight. You played, oh, you played 2. You didn't play the original. Okay. I don't know. It's like, I want to play more co-op games with people, but nobody wants to play. All of my friends have different interests, and we can't agree on a single game to play together, and it's so frustrating. You are new to this game? I will not, don't worry, I will not judge you. I am not new to this game, and it frustrates me to no end. So I wish you the best. Just be glad you're playing KSP 1 and you didn't buy KSP 2. Unless you did, in which case, my condolences. We're almost out of the atmosphere, and then we can do our maneuver and hopefully get to Minmus and get this over with. And then we'll go back. Rilip had a play group. Well, Rilip, I have created a play group on Saturdays, and you are in it. So if you want to recommend any other games... we can convince Pangolin to play pretty much anything, although don't expect her to be very good. You're here to learn? Okay, perfect. Well, we're just about to go on a trip to Minmus. So I guess watch and enjoy, and if you have any questions, feel free to ask. If I can't answer them, I'm sure somebody can. Maybe Rilip can. I don't know how much he plays this game anymore. All right, let's prepare our maneuver here. Hopefully it still works, considering we slightly adjusted our orbit here, but I'm sure it'll be fine. Is Rilip the GOAT? No, Rilip is definitely not the GOAT. I'm probably, out of everybody, I mean, there's probably some people in chat who aren't necessarily regulars. They can answer questions better than I can. Out of all the people you're gonna see who hang out in this chat a lot, I'm probably the best at it. I don't know. And I play on I have a particular difficulty that I play on. That difficulty is hard, so I'm a little more, I don't know, masochistic than the rest of everybody. Everybody likes to have quick saves and reverting launches and all that stuff. Like, whoopsies, I messed up, time to reload the save. Like, I can't do that. There's no quick saving, there's no quick loading, there's no reverting to launch, none of that stuff, because I'm playing on hard. Kerbals don't respawn. If they die, they're dead, and we just move on without them. As sad as it is. Right, yeah, so obviously this is not ideal. We should have had the rest of our transfer stage. So we're gonna have to tweak the launch vehicle, I think. Haven plays it on PS4. Okay, well, yeah, I can't out-masochist that. That sounds miserable. Speaking of PS4, I did see that Phasmophobia will be coming to consoles probably sometime this month, so if anybody hasn't had a chance to try that out, it is a wonderful game. A lot more fun to play than to watch, I think, at least for most people. I definitely have a good time. I think Rilip's having a good time playing. I know Pangolin's just happy to be anywhere when we play it on Saturdays. Shloop. All right, there we go. So we have, don't let this fool you. We do not have 1800 remaining. We have 1843. I'm just going to go ahead and slap all that on one stage for now. Hopefully that doesn't throw everything off. I just don't want to goof everything up by accidentally staging the wrong thing, so we're gonna make a little bit of an empty stage there and hope that when we ditch this, it's all good. My camera's really? What the heck? That doesn't usually happen. Let me see here. Is it just dead? Yeah, it just froze. All right, hold on, let me fix it. Oh, camera hub, why do you keep screwing up? I'd pay $10 for this service. The least you can do is work. There we go. That should fix it. I was actually talking to Emmy about getting an actual camera, because if she's gonna start streaming occasionally, I don't want to. She can't use my phone, obviously. So if we just set up the camera permanently, we don't have to worry about putting my phone in there. Or I guess I could just get a new phone and use that one as a permanent camera. I don't know. I heard they've like shot entire movies on iPhones. Got some pretty good cameras in there. Does it have enough storage? Like, how does that even work? You got to shoot each take and then upload the take to the server or whatever. And they are going to have crossplay, Rilip, from what I saw. Otherwise, if you could only play with console people, you would have a bad time probably. And actually, I'm curious if this is gonna go. We might be able to ride this one down. Let me see. Let's head back to the Space Center. You know me, I love to ride the debris down if we can. Hold on, is this an ad for Wicked? Let me recover this. I just looked over to the side. There's an ad for Wicked on an Ulta Beauty thing. I'm gonna grab that in a second. Okay, no, that will never go down. All right, so we have here Ulta Beauty. I don't know why Emmy gets these. Oh my god. What the fuck is all this? Oh. Bringing the wonder and grandiosity of Oz to your Ulta Beauty bag, pink and green forever. Which... All right, shop these exclusive and so much more inside. Oh. A city made of emeralds. Guys, in the original books, the city is not actually made of emeralds. They make everybody wear green glasses while they're there, so everything looks green. They... See, Emmy's gonna want to get this because it's pink and green, which is our favorite colors. Zuru mini brands. Guys, you're gonna have to forgive me. I know nothing about... Obviously, look at me. I don't know anything about makeup or... Whoa. A Nightmare on Elm Street. DC Beetlejuice? Pauly D the Joker. Nene Leaks as Poison Ivy. Who are these people? I have to assume that they're people that people know. You guys, hold on. I'm gonna hold this up. Does anybody know these people? There we go. If you know these people, please leave a comment in the chat. Thank you. Let's see what else we got. What these Kerbal streams are, basically. We let the game run in the background. You gift a little joy, a little early for Christmas, don't you think, Ulta? Blah, blah, blah. Such a sleigh. Like, what even? Noggy or nice, browse, sow eggs. Bad gal energy, beauty booster, beauty whisk baker. What? Beauty whisk taker. What the fuck are people doing to their bodies? This is insane. For 8 times stronger hair. You know, for when you need someone to be able to lift you up by your hair. You know, for example, out of a hot tub or pool. I need my hair to be stronger. That's what happened. My hair wasn't strong enough. It couldn't hang. It all fell out because it was so weak. Viviscal hair growth supplement. Revive your hair. Oh, now we're talking. What is this? Sexy hair. BioLage full density conditioner. Revitalisant. Nioxin Pro Clinical Hair Fall Defense Shampoo for thickening formulas to strengthen and create a fuller look. Do we have any ladies in the chat that want to weigh in on this stuff? This is crazy. Strength from skin to hair. Instant results for all skin and hair types. Advanced Genifique Serum visibly hydrates, plumps, and even tone to restore healthy, younger looking skin in just 7 days. Wow. You know, in just 7 days, Dr. Frankenfurter can make you a man. You're probably better off doing that. Hydrated hair hits different. This is my favorite for lightweight hydration and shiny hair. You've got to try Hydra Source. Daniela Monet. Oh wait, Daniela Monet, that sounds familiar. Emmy, who's Daniela Monet? She was in something. I think she was in Victorious. No, it took Dr. Frankenstein like months to build his creature. Which everybody's like, oh, actually, Dr. Frankenstein is the monster. No, I think the dude that like murdered a kid and then like murdered a woman on her wedding night, I think he's the real monster, guys. Let's be real. Okay, we're almost done with this. Supporting women through their breast cancer journeys. Oh, that's just sad. Here's how you can join us. Donate at the register. No, you donate, Ulta. You're the billion-dollar corporation. Give your fucking money. You're selling me all this garbage. Brazilian bum bum cream. Emmy gets that for her butt. I don't know if she has any right now. I just think it's funny because it's called Brazilian bum bum cream. She plays Trina on Victorious. Is she in anything else? God, who is this? Is this? Oh, it's Ariana Grande. She has something called Love Notes. There you go. You guys can get a look at that. She's gonna be Glinda in the new Wicked movie that I keep talking about. That's gonna suck, but I'm gonna see it anyway because I like the musical. Is it like Death Notes? Yeah, probably. She writes your name in there and then you fall in love with either her or whoever she writes in the book, I guess. Dude, they got the hemp cream. Yeah. You know I'm gonna be getting some of that. Shop to score free gifts. For example, random garbage. Okay, thanks, Emmy. You can have this back now. I don't know why they put all these like weird little, I guess these are samples. All right. Well, thanks for coming along. She's in Fred 2 and maybe 3. Oh, that's not good. You don't want to be in those movies, guys. All right, we'll go ahead and delete this. And switch over to our Min-Miss mission. X uses the XKCD version of Frankenstein. I gotta see this. XKCD Frankenstein. Frankenstein. Like many people, I am tired of nitpicking about Frankenstein's monster's name. Luckily, Frankenstein is public domain, therefore I present XKCD's Frankenstein, the monster's name. Grar, Frankenstein is alive. I am a modern Prometheus. Rar, to be clear, your name is Frankenstein, canonically. Grar, the moon landings were faked. Wait, what? Alright. That's a pretty funny comic. What year is this from? It doesn't tell me. Oh wait. Nope. It doesn't. It actually does not say what year or what date a comic came out on XKCD. I should be reading XKCD every day anyway. I used to like go to it occasionally. I didn't know that he was still making it, honestly. All right, let's speed up time here. Get this over with. He was in the live-action Fairly Odd Parents movie with Drake Bell. Was she Trixie? God, I can't believe they made those. How embarrassing. That's comic 1589. Yeah, but he doesn't put one out every day, does he? It's just like random. It's like, oh, this one took a week to make. I did this one in like 20 minutes and put it out every few days at least. It's not really I guess you could probably, if you go to the wiki, it'll probably tell you. It's like XKCD comic 1589 came out November 17th, 2014. It was about Frankenstein. Yes, okay, she was Trixie. Ugh. Remember when Drake Bell got canceled for being a weirdo? I'm so glad I'm not. I mean, I am a weirdo, but not like a sex pest weirdo. At least not to that extreme. Mostly because I would feel horribly embarrassed to even talk to a woman. Like the thought of, I don't know, trying to flirt in such a way that could be construed as sexual harassment, I would just be like, yeah, I'm not having a good time. I'm out of here. Or whatever, like groping people. I'm gonna grope anybody. It's gonna be in a video game. It's gonna be an orc massage, and it's going to be consensual. All right, we're here. What do we need? We need data from surface and plant flag. Okay, that should be easy enough. Speed it back up. If we're talking about movies that were great when we were kids, but we are cringe at now, Spy Kids. Spy Kids 1. I don't know, I feel like Spy Kids 1 would probably hold up. Which is number 2, the Island of Lost Souls or whatever, with not Christopher, Steve Buscemi, and he has this speech about God stays in heaven because he too fears what he has created. Because it's the weird thumb monsters. Ugh, I remember that one. That one was weird. Even as a kid, I'm like, this is weird. Maybe I was too old, like too old of a kid at that point to really comprehend what I was seeing. Maybe a younger, like a 6-year-old would be like, wow, that's so interesting and creative. And then of course, I never saw Spy Kids 3D. Game over. Spy Kids 1, yeah, see, Spy Kids holds up. Spy Kids 2 is weird. Spy Kids 3, I guess they made a 4th one. I did not know about this. Did you ever see Shark Boy and Lava Girl? With a young Jacob from Twilight and the girl? I don't know who that was. I'm sure Emmy's gonna be like, oh, you know her, she was in this. I can manage a single touchdown and return on Minmus for 700. Yeah, no, I should be good. Minmus is a lot cleaner and easier than going to the Mun. You like Shark Boy and Lava Girl as a kid, huh? I never saw it. I had sort of aged out of those movies. I don't remember exactly when they came out. I guess it must have been the early 2000s. So I was more into like American Pie, whatever I could get my hands on at that point. The Matrix. I remember I don't remember if it was both Matrix sequels. I'm pretty sure I saw the third Matrix movie in the theater with my friend. And I'm pretty sure it was rated R. I don't know how we got in. I guess my mom must have been, or maybe his mom must have like got us tickets and been like, yeah, it's cool, they can watch it. How old are you? Because I'm talking like I'm 60. I'm 35. So basically 60. Everybody older than me is decrepit and everybody younger than me is a zoomer. That's how I view the other people in my life. No minimum wage worker at the theater would have cared. I mean, it was a matinee because I remember it being still light out when we got done with the movie. So I don't know if like anybody else was even there. I also remember, I think the film got screwed up at some point because like the movie crashed and we had to wait for them to fix it to get it running again. I don't know if that was that movie or if it was a different movie. I just remember that happening at the same theater. It was a terrible one-screen theater on an army base in Germany that we would go to. Mando says he's younger than me. Can I inform your spine? You gotta stretch and exercise as best you can, man. You're only as old as you feel. So just like do some simple stretches every day. If you can work out, work out. I don't work out. I mean, I guess I walk to work, which is probably more working out than most people do. Depending on where you live, though, that might not be viable. I assume you live in the UK based on your accent and time zone. So you probably live in a walkable city. But I don't want to make any assumptions if you live in like downtown London or something. All right, where are we landing? Let's check the flags. Check the flag. So we have a flag here, so we don't want to land there. Maybe on the back side here, we could land in this little guy. I'm good with that. I am completely down with this idea. Your spine stops you from moving. Even the specialists are confused. Then I am afraid you are fucked, my friend, and you must, you just have to continue to live without moving, I guess. If you can find a way to do that. Maybe there's some way you can, I don't know, you can become like a test subject and baffle all the medical scientists with your weird spine. The hill that leads to town is a 50-degree angle. Oh my goodness. He must live in the Highlands. Can you be a test subject for an exosuit? Oh, I wish I could be. That would be great. I mean, they do exist. Although I was reading an article about a guy who, I guess his exosuit was too obsolete and old, so the company that made it just shut it off and said he needed to get a new one. And I'm like, that's fucked, man. Like, imagine if you could just shut off somebody's pacemaker remotely. Be like, oh yeah, your pacemaker's out of date. We're gonna, you're no longer covered. We're shutting it down. I guess that's what basically every company wants to do. If they can force you to buy something else, they'll shut it down. You're not in the Highlands? Oh, okay, just a big fuck you hill. Is it a real hill or is it one of those fake hills that was created by like a coal mine? I watched a video about one of those that I think it collapsed and like buried a town like 100 years ago. This was in England, by the way, or maybe Wales. Just like crazy shit going on over there. Maybe not so much now. Well, listen, you know, we gotta have the shitty version of Cyberpunk before you get to the fun stuff. with all the hacking and the, you know, espionage and rampant crime. There used to be a brick factory on the hill. Ooh. Brick factory, huh? I'm personally not a big fan of bricks. The look of bricks. But you know, some people like that. Some people like the look of bricks. They're a good solid building material, unlike the way many houses over here are built, which is wood and drywall, and then they wonder why when a hurricane rolls through, every house gets flattened, or tornado, take your pick. It's like, well, have you considered building with something that's heavier than the wind? I do not prefer fake front houses, X. There's a building I walk past on my way to work that for some insane reason has fake brick facade. I'm like, so you've picked the worst possible look for your building, and it's not even really made of brick. You've just put some vinyl siding that looks like brick over the top of it. All right, let's go ahead and burn here. And we should just be able to corral that up to the top. And then we can go ahead and start our landing descent. There we go. That's approximately correct, I suppose. Rilip had a brick facade in Texas, very popular, but only on one side. Oh my god, it's like one of the McMansions we've looked at, where on one side it looks okay, and then on the back it's just like a naked house. We should do that again sometime. Maybe we'll get Rilip on and we can look at terrible houses together. I think it would be more fun with a partner, like a Weird Tuesday stream, like the old days. You guys remember those? The old Weird Tuesdays where we'd look at various weird things. McMansion? No, I had to explain this to my man baby coworker today because I guess he'd never heard the term McMansion. We're getting some serious Z fighting down there. Yeah, thanks, game. A McMansion is just a cheaply built big house. Usually in America. We could look at some examples actually, if nobody has any qualms about that. Okay, the Z fighting is driving me nuts here, guys. How do we turn that off? I mean, maybe that's not Z fighting. Maybe that's just like a graphical bug. Ni hao! Welcome to the Kerbal Space Program Friday stream. There's probably a mod to fix the Z fighting. Yeah, there's always a mod, isn't there? It's always mods with you people. Heaven forbid we ask a game company to make their game good. No, we have to get free volunteers. Any other industry, you'd be like, yeah, no, that's not gonna fly. But in video gaming, I guess it's totally cool that the unpaid volunteers fix the game for you after the fact. All right, there we go. We've landed on Minmus. Get this show on the road. Where even are we? We're just in flats. Okay, generic flats. Sounds good. Can even make the game load faster. Oh. Well. Unfortunately, we don't use mods around here. So, we will not be able to fix that. But that is good to know if I ever decide to use mods. All right, Bill, I guess you're gonna drop a flag here. All right, Bill, just do what you gotta do here. All right, Minmus Flats. Let's go ahead and plant a flag. Minmus Flats. Minmus. You're going to mod my KSP when I'm not looking? Mods are asleep. Mod KSP. Flats, we'll call it. And Bill was here. Way to go, Bill. You did it. Can we get a surface sample? Is that even gonna do any? Oh no, we do get a 90 science. Oh man, we gotta we gotta start hitting up all these different locations and getting surface samples. That's nuts. Okay, go ahead and grab that. Collect data. Yep. And get the one from the... Oop. I have, for some reason, turned off SAS, I guess. Don't know why. Collect data. There we go. Do 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 do. All right, there we go. Let's go ahead and grab this stuff as well. We got the flag. Yep, cool. Let's see if there's anything else that has been added in the meantime. Could probably transfer this too, although we don't have connection. I mean, maybe one of these days we can do a modded KSP playthrough. I'm not like opposed to the idea of mods. I don't want to use them piecemeal. If we're gonna play with mods, I want to be like, we're gonna use this mod and we're gonna explore it, and that's all we're gonna do. Position a satellite? No, they all want Science Juniors. Position satellite in a Colnia orbit around Minmus. Also wants a Science Junior. Okay. What did I grab? Science data. Plant flag on the Mun. They want. Modded Minecraft. I think I did in a stream where I played modded Minecraft, actually. I don't remember what it was. It was one of the engineering mods that I wanted to try out, and I figured, hey, I'll just stream it. And it was okay. I think I'm just like, I don't know. There's so many much better games than Minecraft now that playing Minecraft, even modded, just feels pointless. All right, switch this to orbit. Yada yada. All right, here we go. Go ahead and lift those up. Begin our ascent, and there we go. Those are gone. Goodbye external tanks and legs. And we will now attempt to reach a reasonable orbit around Minmus. Should do it. I feel like anything you would do in modded Minecraft, you're better off just playing like Satisfactory or something. Or Vintage Story in my case, and Hex's case. There's just so many better games that aren't incredibly slow to update. Although, to be fair, there are quite a few games out there, Stationeers among them. 7 Days to Die, Project Zomboid, just games that have been in early access forever with no real end in sight. All right, so there's our explosive impacts there. And I don't know how bad that is necessarily. Like, if a game is in early access for 10 years, is that better or worse than it being in early access for 2 years and then the company firing the entire dev team? I know which one I would prefer. You know, at least they post like updates in Project Zomboid every month or so. KSP 2. Nobody knows what's going on. I mean, I'm sure somebody does, but they're not telling us. Like, everybody got fired. Now what? All right, what are we? We're at 14,000. We should just be able to quickly circularize. We don't even have to really circularize. We can probably start returning here shortly. And look at that, our satellites are doing work. We can even send back the crew report now. Go ahead and send it out. Look at that, we got some cash, 41 grand. That's some good money. KSP2 is a myth. It's real, I've seen it. Yeah, no, KSP2 is kaput. Sad story, but you know, that's the risk. You buy an early access game, sometimes, especially from a big company like that, they're gonna cut their losses and get out of there. They don't care. They don't care about you. They care about money, and if the money's not coming in, they're just gonna fire everybody. It was a mass hallucination. Yeah, very expensive mass hallucination that everybody participated in. Fortunately, and I'm gonna rub this in every time it comes up, I was smart enough to see the writing on the wall immediately and not buy it. Because I had seen it's the same signs that every troubled development has. If you've ever bought into an early access game and then been horribly disappointed when you get nothing, it was the same exact thing. And I managed to fortunately avoid it. Rilip says, funny trick I just saw. Put on custom difficulty, then switch to a second custom difficulty. Right before it starts, the second custom difficulty was no evidence / friendly ghost. What's the trick? Oh, because I guess it's like a prank. I thought you were gonna say there's some kind of way to like get 15 times but also have a friendly ghost. Oh yeah, KSP 1 is better basically in all regards than KSP 2. KSP 2 could have been great if they had actually gone for it, but they just didn't. So we have to live with their mistakes, or you guys who purchased it have to live with their mistakes. I can just enjoy playing all the other games that I've purchased that I regret buying because they were never finished or they're terrible. I mean, you could also just do, I don't like, most people don't actually look at the difficulty. Did I see the clip outside the house bug Rilip posted the other day? I saw you posted it. I didn't look at it. Is it funny? You know how I feel about clipping, Rilip. Clipping is bad. Should never clip anything. Also, quick question for Satisfactory players. Can you put a pipe floor hole on a catwalk? My nails look horrible. Oh no. I hope not. I mean, they are pretty bad. Yeah. Maybe I need to get some of that Ulta Beauty stuff for my hands. I'm against clipping. You can hold on to the door as you walk toward the door, then let go of the door, and it clips you in the specific house. It clips you outside. All right. Well. Yeah, there's like weird tricks you can do with the door. I think they're trying to patch those, but I don't know. I don't know what they're working on right now. I assume it's the Halloween event that's coming up. You know what? So you saying that, is your name Zeke or ZYQ? Either way, there's an English version of that called Buffalo 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 Buffalo. And yeah, it's a legitimate sentence that makes sense if you know the different meanings of buffalo. It just sounds like Shao Tao Tao. Okay, all right, I gotcha. It's buffalo 11 times. Well, only 2 of those are capitalized, I believe. Buffalo, 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 buffalo. Is there more? Buffalo, buffalo. So buffalo from buffalo. Buffalo meaning to bully. Buffalo, buffalo. 4 capitalized. I think you have a longer version, Hex. I need to see the longer version. Is there an XKCD about the Buffalo Buffalo? Buffalo 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 Buffalo. Hold on. So buffalo from buffalo, buffalo buffalo. 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 What? Now I'm blind. Is buffalo even a word? Buffalo, buffalo. Animals called buffalo from the city of Buffalo. That buffalo, buffalo, buffalo. Oh, there's an implied that in there. Now I'm okay. Never mind. We're gonna go back to Kerbal Space Program now. Isn't buffalo derived from French anyway, and it's like improperly used to refer to bison? Isn't Shia LaBeouf's name a reference to buffalo in some way? Is it true that Shia LaBeouf is a weird dude? Much like Justin Bieber? Buff means beef. Yeah, exactly. Now, when you say boof means beef, do you mean it means the meat beef or the animal beef? I guess it both, right? Like a chicken also is chicken. You refer to the animal as a chicken, but you also eat the meat that is also called chicken. Does anyone here know how to read Chinese or read fuck in Chinese? Nope. I know zero Chinese. Arabic, I could read something in Arabic for you, but I was not in the Chinese program. I was in the Arabic program. Hex did not know that beef meant bull. It refers to the animal. Nobody uses it that way. But it can be used to refer to the animal from which beef is derived, whether the male or female, which is weird because you call them cows, but the females are cows, the males are bulls, steers, heifers, whatever. But the entire group is called beef, but that's like archaic basically. Like nobody uses that. We just call them cows. There's male cows, female cows. They're all cows. English is weird, guys. That's just how it is. Come on. In Chinese, 11 isn't a word. It's like 10-1. I think there's a lot of languages where it's like that. In Arabic, it's the same. It's Wahid Ashar, which just means 110. Versus in English and German, it's like 11, it's elf. Probably French too. I don't know French. I guess maybe French and Spanish are more closer to Latin, so maybe it's not like that. Hex, you know French, right? Everyone knows about 420-10-9. I know about 420-69.
69, dudes!
So what are we? I guess we can see if we can just do a shot back to Herbert. Now 300 should get us there. All right, let's take a peek here. Probably dial it back a little bit. There we go. But that is okay. Now that's there. Take 5 days to get back. Anyway, we can make that a little faster. I guess not really. We can make it slower though. Cool. Let's make it faster. We got plenty of Delta V. Let's just get back as soon as possible. How fast can we get there? We're in a hurry, guys. We'll be coming in at a weird angle. Oh, that's okay. 99 in French translates roughly to 4 times 20 plus 10 plus 9. Oh, God. 80 10 plus 9 years ago, our French fathers brought forth onto this continent A new nation, conceived in liberty, etc., etc. I never had to learn the Gettysburg Address in school. That was one of the things we didn't have to learn. We had to, of course, learn the Pledge of Allegiance. I guess that's about it. And then sometimes we'd sing a patriotic song like "My Country 'Tis of Thee," or fuck, I don't even remember. This was in like elementary school when I lived in Hawaii. I don't remember most of what we did. I don't think when I lived on an army base we even had to do the Pledge of Allegiance. It's so weird to think about. Okay, that should do. Ugh. It's very brainwashy. Well, what do they do in Canada? You guys just sing "Oh Canada"? Or Frere Jacques? Nothing? What do you mean nothing? It's just the USA. I'm sure other, like North Korea probably has something similar. Or like Saudi Arabia. Do I want to be compared to North Korea? I mean, if I'm comparing my golf score, sure, why not? Oh, sorry, the People's Democratic Republic of Korea, not North Korea. If you want, you can go there. I mean, I'm sure I could. I don't really want to. Even if I think Emmy wants to visit South Korea at some point. Hey, we'll go up to the DMZ, check it out. It could be cool. See what it looks like out there. They have tourist towns near the border. Ooh. I do enjoy tourist towns. As long as they got bulgogi, I'll be happy. Just some good solid Korean food, maybe some kimchi. Actors pretend to be wealthy citizens before being bussed back to their hovels. I take that job. That'd be great. At least I'd get to pretend to be rich for part of the day and then go back to my hovel, which I am currently in. Guys, have I told you what my preferred job would be? I'm sure I've mentioned this before. Here, I'm gonna post a link in the chat here. Here it is. Here's a link from Wikipedia. This is my dream job right here. It's like the dumbest thing ever. But just the idea that somebody could get paid / room and board for basically just like being a hobo, it's awesome to me. Maybe people would come to me for wisdom. They'd be like, "Ornamental Hermit, Star Shard, what wisdom do you have to bring us this day?" I want to be a paid philosopher with no qualifications. Exactly. I'd be like Diogenes, except I get paid. It doesn't have to be very much, just enough that I can like eat and have internet. I want to be an influencer. I mean, if that was my job, sure, I don't know. Who doesn't want to be an influencer? It's like a do-nothing job. I guess there's people out there who want to do something for their job. I don't care. I want to live a life of leisure. That's so much to ask? I guess yes. We got to be productive all the time. All right, let's get home. When do I get to enjoy my life? Oh, never? Okay, thanks. That's real nice. It's like I was telling Emmy today, when I get home from my walk from work and I have to go take a shower before the stream, it's like the last vestiges of my work trying to like claw a little more joy out of me, forcing me to take a shower. So just one more thing I still have to do when I get home. I can't even relax. Overclocking makes, yeah, I know about overclocking. I don't usually bother with it because I usually don't need more thrust. Usually I need better efficiency. So overclocking has never been super, I mean, maybe on like a nerve, but ultimately thrust is rarely an issue, except on takeoff, I suppose. All right, here we go. We've escaped min-miss. Tanks can overclock too. Oh, okay, that's a little bit different. Starting to sound like Satisfactory now. All right, let's get this show on the road here. Heading back to Kerbin. Everything's good, right? We should be in a solid position here. I mean, if we're gonna just like go nuts with things that shouldn't work, I'll just make a Kraken drive and then we won't need fuel at all or an engine. We'll just fly around using the power of anti-gravity. It'll be great. We're almost there. By almost there, I mean we still have like a day left of travel time. There we go. Need 9,000 Delta V to get off of Earth if we're using the real solar system mod. Yeah, but if I use a Kraken drive, I can get infinite Delta V, so it doesn't matter. And if we're already breaking the rules of the game, I'm not gonna hold back on that front. All right, let's go ahead and point normal. And then we'll get ready for our re-entry here. It's been a while since I tried to do the Kraken drive. I remember it being a lot of fun getting it working and then just like flying around and trying to get it so that we could stop. That was the biggest issue. It's like we could go, but we couldn't really stop, which is one of the benefits of an actual engine. I guess you could kind of use it like a real engine and that you could spin around and point the other way and hopefully that would fix it. All right, we are almost there, almost in the atmosphere. Coming in on the dark side, unfortunately, so we won't be able to see very much. But if I had to guess, it looks like we are passing over, I think that's the KSC down there. If I had to, maybe not. Can't really tell where we are. It's too dang. Oh no, that's not the KSC at all. KSC is way the hell on the other side. We're coming in the opposite side. Maybe we'll come in over the crater though. That'd be nice. Depending on how much speed we get here, or how much we bleed off from the atmosphere. Anybody got big plans for the weekend? They're having Oktoberfest downtown this weekend. I walked past the Friday night festivities on my way home. Had some food tents out. They were grilling up bratwurst. They had the cheese curds. Maybe I'll walk down there tomorrow. I don't know. I could go for some cheese curds or a bratwurst. See what Emmy wants to do for lunch. I basically never want to leave the house, so it would be a good opportunity to go somewhere. Let's go ahead and decouple. Go ahead and decouple. Butt down, and we are ready for re-entry. Let's do this. What do you guys think? Should I go down to Oktoberfest tomorrow for a little bit? See what's going on? They had some music going on. They got a little stage set up. They got Main Street blocked off. Bunch of vendor tents set up. Kind of like a fair almost. Go in the afternoon? Well, then that's gonna interrupt my gaming time, Rillip. Are you trying to get rid of me? Oh, we got too much ablator on this thing. No wonder. We gotta fix that. I Whee! So this weekend it's downtown, and then next weekend it's over at the brewery. And it's gonna be nuts. We just live a couple of blocks from the entrance to the brewery, and it gets pretty hectic if you go down there. People just like parking wherever. They gotta catch a little trolley to get down there to the brewery and get their beer and their brats, see the peacocks. Philip's not gonna be there, right? Because you're going to see Transformers, sure. Yeah, but Pangolin will be there. I don't want to ditch Pangolin just to go get some bratwurst, you know? Maybe I'll go after you leave, but before Pangolin's here. When it is here. Wait, what? When what is here? Okay, we did not even get close. The time. The time is currently 8 o'clock p.m. or 2000 if you're using the 24-hour clock. I am in Central Time in the US. Okay, we can deploy the chutes, which means I can alt-tab out with impunity. So there we go. Here it's 9 a.m. Other side of the planet, huh? Good times. John Stewart says streamers like Apple and Amazon are turning writers' rooms into ruthlessly efficient content factories. I can't function like that. I feel like a ruthlessly efficient content factory is a good thing. Factories do not produce art. Okay, well, I'm not buying art, I'm buying content. I guess I'm one of the people that's the problem. Is KSP art? I bought KSP. It was made by somebody, but maybe KSP 2 is the content, KSP 1 is the art. Go ahead and we can maybe hang on to the heat shield. Actually, we're not coming in too hot. KSP is a horrible thing. I mean, it depends on your point of view, I suppose. And we're there. Awesome. You can use KSP to make an aircraft carrier or submarines. I am not going to do that. We are here to explore space, and there's literally nothing to explore in the oceans on Kerbin. And even if there was, it would give me like 3 science, so I don't care. As interesting as it is. All right, so we got a 278 science. We're sitting pretty good on science. Let's see what our next orbital station. I mean, orbital station's not. That's not too bad. That's basically just a thing. Support 5 Kerbals. Maintain stability for 10 seconds. What else? Rescue Trach from orbit of Minmus. Oh my. That could be a sort of fun one. I know it says the Eve episode, but I don't think we're going to Eve today, guys. I don't know if we're going anywhere. I don't know if we're ever going to make it to Eve at this rate. Considering it's going to be 174 more days until our even, like, not great launch window opens up. Better than nothing, I suppose. Like Mighty Number 9. We can buy anything. We got space exploration. That would unlock the experiments we could set up, which might be a good idea. We could set one up on Minmus. Advanced electronics would give us access to lights and better solar panels. Advanced exploration gives us EVA fuel cylinders, which are just extra fuel cylinders for running around. Another ladder, that would be good. The scanning arms, and the mobile processing lab, which breaks the flow of the game, I think. The cupola, yeah, we're gonna need the cupola, and probably the lander can. We already have the hitchhiker. I don't remember. Where's that? No, that's the lab. Do we already get hitchhiker? I can't remember. I legitimately, here, hold on, let me look it up. Hitch. Oh, okay, yeah, no, we didn't get it. It's right here. So we need the hitchhiker that has 4 Kerbals. So theoretically, if you wanted to make a 5 Kerbal thing, you could do the cupola, which is what I normally do for my vehicles here. Cupola plus hitchhiker, that gets you up to 5, and then you just need a docking port and fuel and stuff. Let's go ahead and unlock this one. Is it time for heavy rocketry, I wonder? How much? 350 ISP is nothing to sneeze at from the Poodle. Of course, yeah, getting access to the big engines would be pretty cool too. Once we get the mainsail, it's game over as far as getting off the launch pad. We're working with really small stuff right now. We have the little radial engines, the big fuel tanks. This would give us access to the girder adapter, one of my favorite pieces actually. I love the girder adapter. It's real good. You can use it for a lot of different things. Clampetron, of course we'll need one of those eventually. As buggy as they are. The Stampotron ground anchor. This thing is like a Kraken lure, basically. I do not trust this part at all. And then actuators would give us our hinges, our cylinders. I do actually like the hinges. Specifically, I like this one here, the square one. It's great for making like folding arms for space stations. Yeah, I don't think we'll ever need to go up this route until the very end. When we get to the Rapier engine. All right, let's think about this. We have 670 science. We can grab the Mark III command pod and the processing lab. And then what does this give us? This gives us access to the Robodobodyne Rovemate rover thingy. Just pretty solid. Scanning tech would give us the Sentinel infrared telescope, which, if we unlock this, that actually would give us missions to put satellites in particular orbits. I think we'll go for that. That's going to eat up the rest of our science. But if we can get a good mission, we're not going to get them right away, of course. So maybe we'll just do a quick rescue mission here. Was there a Mun? Oh, this one right here. Orbital station around the Mun. It's weird they don't have an orbital station around Kerbin to start with, but maybe we already skipped over that one. I mean, we could launch like the most basic of stations up there. It wouldn't hurt anything, right? They would give me 100 grand plus 10 whatever that is reputation, of which we are currently at like 30, I think. Can't read this at all. I think this is 25 and then this is 50. So we're like halfway between 25 and 50, but I don't think it's linear. We could trade our rep for science. Oh, don't mind if I do. Takes 20. We take 25% of our reputation gains, and we get 1 science for each 2.436 reputation. The other thing we can do is trade funds, or we could sell. We could lose science to gain funds. That's silly. Does anybody actually use these? Maybe once I have most of the science I need, you can switch it over to research rights or patent licensing. Takes 5% science gains and then gives out cash. All right. Let's just do this one, whatever. We can spend some time. Rilip has used exactly 2 of the options there, huh? All right, so this is gonna be Mun Station. So let's see how rusty I am at station design, guys. Well, we don't have my favorite part, which is disappointing. Let me see if I can fix that. One that turns science into money when you're done with science, and one that increased recovery from faraway parts. Oop, wrong thing. Oh, I guess it would be this one. That would be 160 that we don't have. That is unfortunate. We'll just have to make a simple. We don't have any like flipped out arms or anything. It's just going to be a simple little whatchamacall here. Grab a hitchhiker. We'll grab a fat fuel tank, a big rocketron, and then throw the fucking poodle. What? How much is that? We got to get the poodle, guys. We need a poodle for this. Can we afford it? It's 90 to get the poodle. Oh no. Okay, it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. We can make this work. It's like Skylab, part of our rocket made fancy. Yeah, that's basically what we're doing. Except we don't have a poodle, so we have to improvise. Please tell me we have an adapter at least. Should be the Rockomax. This guy right here. Okay, that works a little bit, I guess. Okay, there we go. Now the question is, how much thrust to weight are we gonna get in a vacuum? It is not great, guys. That is not ideal. Well, let's slap some solar panels on this guy. I guess we could just do several, huh? Like this. Should be enough. Make sure they're evenly spaced. Pretty even to me. We gotta kind of eyeball it. All right, and then we just slap. Wait a minute, we don't have clampatrons. Fuck, I can't even do this. We haven't unlocked. We have the junior. The junior's, I don't want the junior. We'll just save it for now. We'll come back to it later. Okay, maybe we can just force an Eve mission. How much Delta V do you think we could cram into a tiny little, like if I went crazy, if I just like way overbuilt it. So we take a communicator too. We stick with the standard loadout here, right? The top part. But we throw this out and we get nuts with it. So we take, hold on. Problem is this thing is too small. I wish I had the advanced inline reaction wheel. I didn't grab that though. Guess we could use the RCS. That would work. Because what I was thinking was if we got the real big... We don't... Oh my... We don't have anything. This sucks. Okay, bring it back. We'll just stick with what we had then. But we'll widen it out. It's gonna look so dumb. So this takes us up to not the big one, but like the two and a quarter, I think it is, of which we apparently have very little. Just this guy. Hate the way these look too with the stupid hoses on the side. Does this have fuel in it? Though it does have fuel in it. And we literally do not have an engine for that size. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. Yeah, I was gonna say I could put another fairing on. The problem is I don't have a fairing that's the right size. So I guess we're just gonna stick with what we had and go from there. So we'll do a carrier engine with the thing. Black and white, dark, or white? The black and white actually looks kind of cool at the top there. So from what I was reading, it's like 8,000 delta V to get to Eve when you're out of sync with it. I have a pork chop plot here. Let me see, what day is it? It is currently year 1, day 104. So let's see where that puts us. Year 1, day 104. Close, we're close. Okay, so assuming we're willing to wait 167 days, it would require 1700 delta V at 123 degrees to retrograde from Kerbin. I can dig that. That's not too bad. So it's like 2,000. Willip just got a gift sub to somebody I don't follow. What? Who is that? I've had that happen before too. It's a little weird, but I guess it's just how the Twitch system works. If everybody that's in the channel has already gotten a sub, then just like starts giving it to random people. Okay, now we're gonna go full asparagus. Never go full asparagus unless you do, of course, and then do go full asparagus. All right, we're gonna use swivel for all of these because we're gonna need some mondo gimbaling or it's not gonna work. So let's make sure. So okay, we have thrust to weight, close enough to 1 that I'm comfortable. 0.8 is fine. And then we'll start grabbing the decouplers here. Yeah, this is gonna get a little nasty, but I'm sure everybody will understand once it's done. And just get all these colored up. Throw a... where is it? Engines. We want to throw some swivels on there. Yeah, no, this is in no way efficient. Philip says they have 25 emotes. They can't be too small. Ooh. Let's see. We only have, oh, we do not have the other nose cone. Okay, this is fine then. And then I guess we'll go ahead and slide this down. That ain't, oh, no, that's correct. Okay, we're good. I want those to be like so. I guess this would be the time to use the move tool, huh? That is weird. Now I can't even get in there. Yeah, there we go. That should do it. Okay. It's after 8 if we're doing halftime. I don't know. What do we got for halftime tonight? Let's take a peek. Has Emmy sent us anything, or are we just... Oh, you know what? She did actually. Hold on. You guys remember Alf? He's back in Pog form. Let's see. Here he is. Let's fire up the old halftime machine, guys. I know everybody's been missing out. Everybody's been missing the ridiculous halftime videos that Emmy sends us, right? It's not just me. Window capture. So if you're new here, or even if you're not new here, this is something that I occasionally do to break up the monotony of whatever we're doing. So remember Jimmy the Scott Jordan? This is his evil twin brother. We're gonna learn about winning slot secrets from fabulous Las Vegas. All right, here we go.
Winning slot secrets. Now you have a fighting chance.
Now you have a fighting chance. Don't play the slots.
Welcome to Las Vegas, the fastest growing tourist destination.
Oh, wow. It looks way better than that now. Whoa. Whoa, T-bone. 16-ounce T-bone? Oh, that sounds so good. Dude, I'm going to Vegas just to get some steak. Oh, this is terrible editing. Can we get to the point, please?
This can just get you, and you can win up to $10 million. You can win trips. I personally have been on 2 trips won by my husband in slot machine tournaments, and let me tell you, Hawaii is gorgeous. By all means, play those machines and have fun.
They have slot machine tournaments, huh? Oh, here we go. How do you win? He lost.
With gambling being legalized in so many different states, it's no wonder that everyone wants to visit the ultimate gambling mecca, Las Vegas. Even though this was filmed entirely in Las Vegas, what you learn in this video will help you find loose slots no matter where you play.
Oh, good.
In this video,
there's a stratosphere.
Subjects, from starting a gambling bankroll to finding those mega jackpots. We'll also show you the
this guy is really unfortunate looking.
And show you the odds that nobody wants you to know.
Like he specifically is dressed and groomed in such a way as to look the worst he possibly can.
And also how much money you want to win. You need to decide how much money you're able to spend and start saving a little each day until you reach that goal.
If you can save money, you don't need to go to the slots, guys.
Is the second worst thing you can do. And the first is getting money on your credit card. Imagine having to pay interest on money that you may have lost gambling.
Dang, he covered up the numbers.
Now that you have your money saved, you need to divide it into equal groups for as many days that you plan to gamble. And then divide it once again.
So not only do you have to save up this money, then you have to blow it on the slot machines.
For future reference, nickel machines are considered low-level play.
Okay.
Quarter machines, medium level, and dollar machines, high
level. Got those dollar coins.
If you play nickels, you need $50 to $100 per day.
Okay.
If you play quarters, you need $100 to $200 per day. And dollar machines, you need $500 per day.
That's only 500 plays.
Now that you know how much money you want to spend,
why the close-up?
You also need to set a limit on how much money you want to win. Remember, the difference between winners and losers, winners know when to quit.
Winners know when to quit.
Isn't magic.
Oh, that's magic.
It's just playing correct. Now that you've done your homework, let's go hit the slots.
Yeah, let's hit the slots. Oh, we're doing this. We already saw this at the beginning of the video. I bought you a video. It's 30 minutes long. You haven't taught me anything yet. All right, whatever. I think he's his own camera person. He's his own editor and everything. All right, let's get back to the game. Yeah, Emmy will post the link to that. Guys, don't play the slot machines. Just if you're gonna gamble, at least do something fun. Like go to the tables and, you know, play roulette or something. That could be at least a little fun. Everybody's having a good time. You don't even have to really play. You can just sit there and watch, you know? If you're at a slot machine, it's just like the most boringest. You can just play that at home. Play Luck Be a Landlord or something. All right, let's get some fuel cooking here. We can probably turn the center of mass off now. They have shows and cheap alcohol. Oh, there you go. See, wouldn't that be more fun? Wouldn't you rather be doing that? Why are you going to the slot machine? It's like the saddest of all the gambling. I mean, maybe Keno is even sadder. Or bingo. Oh god. Can you imagine going to Vegas and playing bingo? A game you can play literally anywhere? Man. All right, there we go. Let's get some struts. Slap those up there. Put some down at the bottom too. Just get in here. Get in while the getting's good. Strut it up. That should be good. All right, so there's our asparagus staging. So this thing should have an ungodly amount of delta V once we have it fully set up. And that should be enough. It's gonna be a little expensive. As you can see, it's 40,000 to launch this thing. High stakes dominoes, Hex says. Is that real? Oh, that sounds even worse. Although, well, dominoes is at least like kind of a fun game on its own. I wouldn't sneeze at playing some dominoes. I don't know that I'd want to gamble on it, mostly because I don't know how to play. Only dominoes I know how to do is to set it up and knock them down. That one, there we go. So that should do it. Oh, we're like barely breaking even on the delta V here. We may need to shave some mass. I mean, 1.07, that's technically, we're technically going up at that point. High stakes dominoes is a joke from one of the Ocean's movies. Okay. Well, listen, you could tell me they're showing high stakes dominoes on ESPN and I would believe you. Okay. Maybe we do swap these out for the Reliance for a little bit of extra juice. The juice is loose. So there we go. Yeah, that's a little bit better. We get a little more thrust to weight on that. Let's just make sure. So those two go. That is not, no, that's correct. That's correct. Yeah, that one. And then those two, and then the front and back ones. Now, let's lower the whole assembly down and slap some stuff on there. Just two is fine, actually. Okay, they really want me to do the full amount. That's also fine, I guess. It's a little goofy looking, but gets the job done. I'm not going to complain. And we get the money back anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, and then decouple and burn. This is probably going to come off sometime here after the asparagus is gone. And then we have, there's no way, we got to have way more than that. We have 3,800. I mean, that's a lot of delta V. That's a lot of delta V, guys. We should be fine then. Okay, let's do it. I overwrote it. Oh, fuck me. This should be the 3. And whatever. We'll just have to live with our decision. Yeah, that is a lot. So nothing concerning. The satellite itself should be fine. And it has 1,000 on its own, so let's go ahead and launch, and we'll see if we can get this baby at least, if not to Eve tonight, at least on our trajectory. Is this gonna flip? No. We're going straight up for a while yet, so it should not flip. I guess it could, but We do have a little bit of stability here. All right, let's see. Here we go.
Tell the crew to push the whopper button.
There we go. Thank you, Don, for your insight on this matter. We have pushed the whopper button and launched the rocket. So yeah, we're just gonna go straight up until I feel comfortable tipping over. Probably after we've lost 4 of the 6 asparagus boosters. So there we go. I just now realized that the music has stopped. Sorry, guys. Do 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 do. We're gonna start tipping over now. Okay, we're tipping. I think with the last one with Jeb and Bill, I tipped too fast, and that was what caused the problem. You gotta remember, you can't go too far away from your prograde marker, or you're gonna have a bad time. Okay, there's our first explosion. Hopefully that's not damaging part of the base. I guess I didn't think about it that hard. But whatever, we'll just have to pay for any damages we cause, if any are caused at all. All right, so we are now about to decouple the next stage. There they go. Goodbye. Dude, look at them fall. They're not crashing into each other. It's so weird. We're so used to having things crash into each other that when it doesn't happen, it's out of the ordinary. It's very difficult to blow up a building. I feel like I've definitely seen like the launch pad or the VAB take one hit and just like collapse. Maybe it's easier on hard mode. I don't know. Some kind of modifier to that. Alright, there we go. Okay, I may have tipped over a little too early there, but we should be fine. We got plenty of fuel to burn here. We haven't even dropped our side boosters, which is a little crazy to think about how much fuel we've still got. I guess I did make a point of how much we were gonna have, so it makes sense that I would have quite a bit. We might actually have to manually ditch the fairing here if we're gonna have that much. Wow. You can see the stars. Beautiful. Should have sent a poet. Here's a question. Has anybody read 2001: A Space Odyssey? I'm sure most people have seen the movie. I've never seen the movie. But has anybody read the book? Also, can you explain the ending? Thank you. Also, like, I feel like so much happens in that movie. There's like different parts of it that are about different things. Is that how the book is too? Like, is there a part in the book where it's like, oh yeah, also there were like apes, and those apes became humans because they touched the monolith or whatever? Or is that an invention of the film? How does Barbie play into all this? Let's get the music going here. I can alt tab out now. Should be good. We're about to hit space anyway, so it's perfect. right, so first thing we got to do is circularize, and then we want to launch retrograde. So basically somewhere around here, or I guess here on our orbit, we want to launch so that we're going backwards. So we slow down so we can catch up to Eve at some point. Don't worry, we'll circularize this time. I'll make sure of it, probably, if I remember. The important thing is we can't lose signal. Losing signal would be bad, so maybe we want to raise our apoapsis a little bit higher even. Raise it up to like 90 or 100 even. 100 is probably good. 100 gives us a lot of wiggle room. Emmy has seen Black Christmas that had a guy from 2001. No. Which guy? Which Black Christmas? The 70s one? I guess it would have to be. They were all dead by the remakes. That's how old people work. Although it is always interesting when you see somebody that's old and you're like, I thought this person died like 20 years ago, and it's like they're still around. Wow, I really bungled the eyeballing on those fuel pipes, huh? Off center. Yeah, it's fine. Doesn't affect anything. Oh, we still have gas in the tanks. Oh, no, we don't. Drop them. And then drop the fairing as well. There we go. So we are good now. So those are going to fall back to Kerbin. And we will reach our apoapsis. We'll circularize, and then we'll start looking into a maneuver that'll eventually take us to Eve using this probe. We have so much fuel it shouldn't be a problem. I guess my big concern would be electric charge. We do have solar, so as long as we don't make any like major movements or try to transmit a bunch of science, we should be okay. Extend the antennas since we're in space now. Should really put that on an action group. Extend. Okay, we're good. So now we just wait 5 minutes until we've reached our apoapsis, I guess. We can probably speed up time. No reason to wait around. Just gotta remember to have signal strength. Oh, oh nice, we're getting stuff from the Munsat. So setting up those satellites is actually helping us out a lot here. That's really cool. We can just bounce off various relay satellites as needed. Good thing I got contracts for those. I wouldn't have done it. Rilip says, when you get to interstellar space, point radial in out. I've gotten into too many positions where retro or pro puts the stupid thing in the shadow. Okay, we'll be all right. I've got, I'll make sure we're pointed in the right direction. Now, if you'll excuse me, I've got to burn some of that charge in order to make this circularization burn. I am so looking forward to playing more Satisfactory this weekend, guys. Like I said, it's been infesting my every thought. I'm just like, man, I gotta like reorganize my entire factory. That's gonna take hours. And then I think that sounds like a chore, and then I'm like, well, that's the game, so you have to do it. So you don't have to do it. You could just live with spaghetti your whole life, but then you're a failure. If you accept spaghetti, you accept failure. All right, so let's take a look here. So we basically want to launch somewhere around here. For how much? It's like, I'll start with 1800 and like work backwards from there. Again, we have enough that we can pull it off. So yeah, we're not currently getting an encounter, which is unfortunate. I guess we could set that as target, and then we don't even have like closest encounter. That's very unfortunate. All right, well, then we will start tweaking our other stuff, I guess. Yeah, none of that really helps, does it? Okay, let's tweak it a little more. 1750. 1900. Oh, no, 1900. You misunderstood. Yeah, why is it not telling me closest approach? That's really weird. Usually it would tell me that. Let's just start cranking it up here. Oh, that actually is making it worse. What am I doing? Oh, there we go. We got something. Perfect. So the question is, we want to go, yeah, we want to go pro grade now. We just got to maintain that. All right, we're getting closer and closer, guys. This is it's happening. It's happening. It's not the most efficient transfer, but we have, like I said, we're okay with that. It's not very fast either. Got to go all the way around the sun, but the alternative was wait for Kerbin. Oh, okay, we missed it. There we go. Bring it back. Just got to make sure we don't lose that. And then once we get where we need to go, so once we're within bidding distance of Eve, then we can... Aha! Yes! Okay. Now we're cooking. So we want to get that periapsis as low as we can with our initial burn. That's not ideal. Uh-oh. I may have gone too far in a few places. We had it. Let me just bring it back now. We had it, guys. I didn't change that much. What the hell? Okay, there. We'll just leave it at that, and we'll figure it out once we're in interstellar space. Just want to make sure we have that encounter because we can always tweak it. All right, so that is a 2-minute long burn. That's ugly. Wow. Well, that's the price we pay for a long ass burn. It's like double the size of a trip to the Mun. All right, so once we have about 2 minutes left, there we go. We'll start pointing prograde. And actually, we'll point towards the target because whatever. We'll try to follow it as best we can for the entire 2 minutes. And we'll just go from there. So you're telling me that that is not... Does that have a... That's never going to crash, huh? I suppose not. Because it never gets below 29 degrees or whatever. Or 29... I think it's 29.5 kilometers. If it goes below that, it'll burn up automatically on the map without having to actually... Otherwise, it can just go forever at like super low orbit, which is weird. Okay, it's almost time to burn. I gotta watch my timer at the bottom. So at about a minute 2, we'll start the burn. And we'll just follow the blue dot here as best we can. It's not gonna be perfect because I have to manually control the ship. Oh, well, I already missed it. That's okay, we'll just start burning now. We got plenty of fuel to work with, which is good because we're going to Eve. So we might actually even be able to come back and like recapture and get the science directly out of the... Not that that benefits us any. We don't have any special science that needs to be recovered. The goo. This is purely to do a flyby. Or maybe get an orbit too, I don't know. We should have enough fuel to do that. Alright, everything is looking good so far. We're almost halfway through the burn. We'll just have to tweak it once we get to interstellar space. so that we can get a better intercept with Eve. But we have the basics correct. Okay, we're good, we're good. You know, I should have messed around a little bit with the normal and anti-normal. Might have helped a bit. Oh, things are getting wobbly out there. Oh boy. Here comes the, yeah, there's the prediction. Our patched conics. Beautiful. You love to see them jiggling around out there. All right, hold it, hold it. We're good, you're good. You're good. You're good. You're good. Oh, I don't know why I hit the map button there. All right, we are almost bang on here. Beautiful. Okay. Let's go ahead and cancel that. So yeah, we have a closest approach. We might be able to tweak that a little bit. Let's try it. Oh, yep, yep, yep. If we just go prograde a little bit, we should be able to bring that down to a full encounter. Oh, nope, I broke it. Fuck. Okay, that's fine. We'll tweak it when we get up there. Once we're in interstellar space, we'll have a little more freedom to tweak it. So that's going to take 1 day. That's not too bad, actually. Okay. Go ahead and put the SAS on, turn it off. Just try to cancel out any weird wobbling that might be going on. I don't think we have any. So let's hope that we can get signal all the way out here. And then we'll let the communicator 3 debris burn up. So once that, we'll switch over to that in a second here, as it's heading back into the atmosphere or whatever. Yeah, you keep rolling. I'm gonna switch to you. We're gonna let him burn up. I do wish I would have put RCS on here. Wait, is this just one of the boosters? The other one, I guess, got captured, huh? Interesting. Well, this one should be fine. Get rid of. So yeah, I think if we wanted to do a really good, and like a really super cheap transfer, if we wait until year 2, day 160, we can do for 1,000 Delta V only to go there at its most efficient. So probably for our next one, if we're going to send a Kerbal mission, we're going to do it then. So that'll be, I don't know, like a Kerbal year from now. All right. Let it burn. So, Rilip, do you think they're gonna make more Transformers movies, like Transformers 1, or is this just a one-off? Also, did you see Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice? I can't remember if you said. Did anybody see Beetlejuice? Beetlejuice? Guys, I don't even remember the, like, I think I saw the first Beetlejuice movie once, and it was okay, and I was like, oh, this is cool. I saw the cartoon a lot growing up because I think it was on Nickelodeon or one of the other channels that had cartoons. It goes into the same category for me as the Jumanji cartoon, which also existed, and I loved the movie Jumanji, of course, because it had Robin Williams, and it, like, there's jungle stuff, and it's about a board game, and it was great. They made a cartoon about it. I believe in that one, the kids get sucked into the board game, or some shenanigans happen. I don't remember precisely. Heck, I don't even remember the Beetlejuice cartoon that much. I know it had Beetlejuice, it had Lydia. I don't know if it had anybody else from the movies, or if it was just like Beetlejuice and Lydia go on wacky adventures. And then we had those new Jumanji movies, of course, with The Rock There was a Jumanji cartoon, yes. Maybe I can get some info from it or about it. Jumanji cartoon. It ran for 3 seasons. How do they keep making 3 seasons of an animated show based on a like slightly successful movie? It was on UPN. The series ran for 3 seasons. It was produced by Adelaide Productions. Was that out of Australia, maybe? Maybe. All right. Judy and Peter Shepard are 2 children who find a board game called Jumanji. Each turn they're given a clue and then transported into the world of the game until they solve it, which allows them to leave. Oh my gosh, Neptune Evo, welcome. You've come at a most opportune time. We're discussing Jumanji, the animated series. During their adventures, they meet Alan Parrish, another player who became trapped in the game world because he never saw his clue and was unable to solve it to leave. Their main goal becomes freeing him from the game. Later, they free another player who calls himself the Master of Jumanji and who's been trapped for longer than Alan. Whoa. Okay, wow. It ran for 3 seasons, guys. Same as, I think was it the RoboCop cartoon? Or the Ghostbusters cartoon? Just so many of these shows run for 3 seasons. What's with me getting rated 10 minutes before the stream end? Everybody else wants to end their stream too. It's Friday night though. We can go a little longer. It's not a big deal. These fine people are nice enough to rate us. Aloha to you, Neptune. I'm wearing my spooky Halloween shirt tonight instead of my Aloha Friday shirts because it is October. Philip says Extreme Ghostbusters was awesome. Disappointed it didn't have a real ending. Was that was what the cartoon was called? Or like Gargoyles. I think Gargoyles only had 1 season though. No, it had 3 seasons also. It ran for 3 seasons. Seriously, it ran for 3 seasons. This is insane. Yeah, number of seasons, 3. What? How are these cartoons getting 3 seasons? It might just be the standard contract at the time was for 3 seasons. Maybe, but I can't imagine, even in the 90s, even with the success of the movie, like what executive is like, yeah, we want to do 78 episodes of a Jumanji cartoon. I guess, I don't know. I wasn't, obviously I'm not in the media industry. I'm not trying to sell this stuff to people. As fun as that would be. Is this gonna burn up or am I gonna have to watch it crash down? Because I can't leave this now. I'm stuck here watching this. It was a wild time. They just do an extra season until the profit. Well, I mean, how do you even measure the profit of a cartoon? I guess viewers, like viewership. I guess that goes for all TV, right? Because you can't be like, I made this show and 1 million people bought it for $1, so I made $1 million. It's like, no, like 8 million people watched the show and I don't know, that's pretty good. Depends on how toyetic it is. I don't think they made, did they make Jumanji cartoon toys? Let's find out. Jumanji cartoon toys. Oh my God, they did. No, wait, no, these are from the, no, this is from the new movies. The Rock is in there. That doesn't count. That's surprising that they made Jumanji toys. I guess that shouldn't be that surprising. It's got Jack Black's character. Yeah, I'm not seeing anything from the cartoon. It's all stuff from the new movies. Jumanji Ruby Roundhouse plush doll toy. Why does she have cheeks though? Ruby Roundhouse. That's what I'm gonna go as for Halloween. Just get me yeah, this thing is not gonna burn up. The Rock is very toyetic. Oh no. I guess, yeah, kind of. I mean, he's bald. You don't have to worry about sculpting his hair. It's not bald, he shaves his head. I mean, maybe he could grow out his hair if he wanted. But you don't have to worry about sculpting his hair. He's got big muscles, so easy to articulate. It's like I got a He-Man look to him. Yeah, I would agree. He is very toyetic. I wish I was a little more toyetic. Although I did finally, my nephew came through yesterday and I got rid of all my magic cards, so that's kind of nice. No more physical magic cards. They are all gone. I have given them all to him. He can try to find a place to keep them. They were taking up too much space, and I never play physical magic anymore anyway. I only play against Rillip. And then I win on turn 2 with my mono red deck. Which I believe, let me check here. Is there a ban? Like, I don't think there's been even a single, like, hint of a ban. There's a shoebox-sized hole in the basement next to the shower where I was keeping all my magic cards. No, I wouldn't keep my cards in the basement. Let me see. They did actually, hold on, the subreddit mod shut down the mono red complaining. Can someone more smartlier than me explain why this is a rare and how to extract value from it in standard? And it's a picture of come back wrong. Destroy target creature. If a creature card is put into a graveyard this way, return it to the battlefield under your control, sacrifice it at the beginning of your next end step. You get both the enter the battlefield and death trigger. It doesn't give haste, so you can't attack with it unless you have a way to give it haste. 3 mana is a typical cost for destroy any creature. This is not murder with upside. Oh yeah, it's sorcery. Let's see. If it was instant, you could also use the creature to block. Ooh, that'd be great. Well, I guess we're just gonna slam into a mountain at Mach 0. We should be slowing down faster than the speed of sound here shortly. Rillet put together a mono black to try to deal with the turn 2 red. What is it, just discard? I have a mono black discard deck floating around somewhere that sucked. Maybe it's better in the current standard environment. It wasn't very good in Bloomborough. Because of that stupid token deck that just draws infinite cards. Ugh. I had no defenses against that. Because black has no artifact removal. And like very limited enchantment removal. Alright. Kerboom! Oh, wait a minute. Is it gonna survive? No, no, no. No way. Yeah, no, it's fucking done. Okay. Go to the tracking station. Let's get back to our Eve thing. Alright. I do have to hurry though, because my buddy needs help with his stuff here. So let's get rid of all the debris quick. Get rid of that. Get rid of you. Collect you. And then go to communicator 3. Oh yeah, Emmy, so Emmy came out. My sister and her family, they picked up Emmy and then came down to the park to meet me so we could hang out and I could give my magic cards over. And as I often do when I am outside and not doing something I enjoy, I was kind of groaning a little bit. And he kept asking what the problem was. And I had to be like, no, I just make that noise when I'm someplace I don't want to be. Which is a majority of the time that I'm out of the house. Unless I'm at the Mall of America, then I'm having a good time. I'm old. It's not because I'm old, it's because I just hate being outside. I'm sure there's plenty of old people out there who like being outside. I'm not one of them. I've got video games I could be playing right now. So we'll have to see how bad the signal gets. I'm hoping, I mean, yeah, we're gonna get pretty far, so maybe we'll lose signal. But we'll have to see. We may have to make some quick cash to upgrade the this whatever, the tracking station center thing. We have 900 meters per second to adjust our orbit in order to do something, I guess. I don't know. We gotta get a lock on Eve here. So we'll see where this spits us out and then go ahead and make the adjustment as needed. We could also wait until we get to our descending node. Maybe that's the play. How long is that gonna take? 98 days. Yikes. I guess we're not doing anything else. Might as well, right? We got nothing but time. Like, I know we could be doing a lot of missions right now, but I'd rather just get my Eve mission going here. So let's speed up time. Keep an eye on the actual time here. We don't want to go too nuts. Eventually we'll want to send out a Duna mission. Okay, we are getting to yellow. So that's not... Oh, we're getting to orange. That's not great. Uh-oh. We may have a problem here, guys. We got a world's first milestone, though. Maybe we can quickly send out... Oh, we should probably make sure we're getting power. There we go. All right, let's get some temperature and transmit. We only get 51%, huh? Oh well, we'll do it. Can always get more later if we need to. We got our first scientific data from the sun. 23%. Oh no. Maybe we should have stuck more relays on here. Or tried to unlock a bigger relay, maybe. So what is it going to take to get to the level 3 tracking station? It's like 1,000,000 quiblets. 1,126,000. Oh no. That's a ways out. Okay, plant flag on Minmus, sure. Rescue Samfowl. Detect 3 comets. Oh no. Position a satellite. We're not in Eve, it says. All right, well, you know what? We launched to Eve. We're not to Eve yet. I think we can call it good. Let's just get out of here and we'll meet back here next Friday. How does that sound, guys? So thanks everybody for coming out, watching some Kerbal Space Program. I know it's not everybody's favorite, least of all me, but ultimately I think it was an enjoyable time. And yeah, no problem, Neptune. Always good to see you, especially on an Aloha Friday like today. I think we can probably push you guys on to somebody. Okay, this is starting to like weird me out. It's like nobody that I follow is ever streaming at this time. That's so weird. Is anybody even playing Kerbal Space Program? Like, that's the least I could do, right? Dabs with Nate. I don't know about that. How's this? This guy's got 38. Okay, that seems like a cool guy. We'll send you over that way. He's playing hardcore. Oh, okay. I like hardcore. Let's do that. It sounds fun. Last time I looked, it only had 38 people at peak. Yeah, it's, I guess a lot of people have sort of moved on. First Kerbals to Minmus part 2. All right. Get him over there. All right, let's take a look. It looks like he's got some like fancy Kerbal stuff going on. So we'll pop in there for a little bit. All right, everybody. I'll see you on Monday. Bye-bye. Enjoy the other stuff. He's got like a whole thing. Jeez.